What's up, you guys?
Welcome back to the channel. So as you know, we have a 2015 Hyundai Elantra on Getaround. And look, it rained.
It's been a record-breaking hot summer here in Dallas, and this is like the first time it's rained in 60 days. So it is a unseasonably nice morning.
So one of the cool things about Getaround is that you don't have to check in the car every single day. You only have to check it in one time a week. That means we can get pretty creative about where we put our Getaround car.
And though we do rent 4 spaces where we store and facilitate our current car sharing fleet, we don't know if it's the ideal spot for a Getaround car.
And as you can see, it is not the most favorable location. Thanks, HP. So Aubrey and I have been throwing around the idea of putting our Getaround car at a more favorable location, something that's cool, the cat's pajamas, if you will.
So today we're going to be scouting out some of those locations.
So this is one of the first locations we had in mind. This is Shops of Legacy. This is one of the more happening areas in North Dallas, especially on the weeknights. There's a lot of street parking and a lot of foot traffic, so this is definitely gonna be one of the busiest areas.
The downside of Shops Legacy, though, is the fact that it is pretty expensive. This is a really expensive place to live, and there's a lot of high-end corporate offices here, so I just don't know if the Getaround clientele is going to be located in this area specifically.
So though there's a lot of street parking in and around Shops Legacy, it's, again, just a really high-end area, so not a lot of need for maybe a car like a Getaround car. Let's go check out the new and improved Legacy West, which is conveniently located west of here.
Legacy West is everything that Shops Legacy is, but on steroids and much nicer, which I guess is a good thing and a bad thing.
Still good street parking, a lot of garage parking, and still a lot of good foot traffic.
But we have the same problem that we have with Shops Legacy, which is Legacy West is just so high-end, like sprinkles, cupcakes, Peloton, as well as a Tesla showroom in this shopping center. It is just incredibly high-end, which I just don't know if that's what we're looking for. One of the big plus of Legacy West in this area is the fact that there are a ton of parking garages. This is, of course, a benefit because it means that we could potentially park our car here. We would, of course, have to make sure that it isn't in private parking where the car would get towed, but there is a huge benefit of being able to park your car in a parking garage, set it and forget it every 7 days.
So even standing on the 6th floor of this parking garage, I can see 5 different places behind me of perfect parking areas.
So many of you know that HP and I are currently participating in the Getaround Host Earnings Guarantee program. And what this program is that if you list your car on the Getaround platform, Getaround will guarantee your monthly earnings all summer long. And the amount that you're guaranteed to make will depend on a handful of different factors, including the year, make, and model of your car and the zip code where your car is going to be located. For example, our Getaround car is a 2015 Hyundai Elantra GT, and that car is guaranteed to make $1,092 per month. The cool thing is that in order to qualify, all you need to do is make sure that your zip code is eligible, and from there you just need to list your car on the platform. As long as you keep the car active at least 80% of the time during the week and 100% of the time on the weekends, you will be guaranteed to make on average $1,000 per month. But if you're somebody that needs your car for whatever reason and you're not able to have it actively listed during the week, Getaround does offer a weekender program. And with this weekender program, all you have to do is have your car listed 100% of the time on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you could earn on average $500 per month. There are also a slew of other benefits that Getaround is currently offering as well, including a car bonus for every car that you list on the Getaround platform. You get a earnings boost if you have a 4.5 star rating or higher, and you also get an earnings boost if you list your car with Drive with Uber, which is something that HP and I did just a couple of weeks ago. If you're interested to learn more and check out the Host Earnings Guarantee for yourself, then be sure to check out the link in the description below. HP and I like both the Shops Legacy and Legacy West. Realistically, it probably isn't the best place to put our Getaround car.
Which brings us to our third spot, the Dart. Speaking of which, there's the Dart now. It only comes every 30 minutes or so. And there she goes. Our local dart station is pretty much the best of both worlds. It's a nice poppin', up and coming kind of area, a decent amount of foot traffic, but at the same time, it's in an area where public transportation is needed.
Now, the local dart station could be the perfect solution because it isn't quite as expensive and high-end as Shops at Legacy or Legacy West, but it does have the dart train right here, which takes you to and from downtown Dallas. But the problem is DFW public transportation is a bit lacking, so once you get here, you really have nowhere to navigate throughout the cities, which is where the Getaround car can come in handy.
And let's face it, in this Texas heat, you probably don't want to ride a scooter everywhere.
So parking in one of these dart parking lots could be the perfect solution to attract more bookings. So we are throwing out the idea of relocating our Getaround car, and if we do end up relocating, it will be at one of these 3 locations.
Let us know in the comments down below where you think our Getaround car would do best. And guys, as always, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the next episode.